Hey, this is Terry from Vorshlag. We get questions all the time about shocks and how do you know if they're bad. We sell a lot of monotube shocks. Monotube shocks have a gas pressure between 150 and 350 psi inside. There's a main working piston, there's a floating piston, there's a nitrogen chamber. And when they lose nitrogen, that's when they need to be rebuilt. Twin tubes are the same way. Once they lose their nitrogen, they need to be recharged. They only use 15 to 30 psi. And it's hard to tell when they've lost their nitrogen other than taking them off and compressing them. So what we tell people to do is if you suspect you have a shock that may have lost the nitrogen charge, and that's important, take the shock off the car. In this case, this is an inverted strut. And what we tell people to do is compress the strut or shock, and it should spring back on its own. If it doesn't do that, it's dead. It's lost the nitrogen charge. On a monotube shock like this Bilstein, like an AST, a Moton, an MCS, Penske, JRZ, JRI, Olin's, when they lose their nitrogen charge, they will usually leak fluid everywhere because the nitrogen kind of holds everything together. When the nitrogen's gone, they'll leak. On a twin tube shock, when they lose their nitrogen, you can't really tell. Car will handle not as quite as good, but it's really hard for the layman to know I've got a dead shock. Again, take the shock off the car, if in doubt, compress it, and it should extend back just like that. This is a 50 millimeter massive inverted strut made for rally use, and it's really kind of hard to push in. Some guys don't weigh a lot, and if you have to, get two people or sit on the strut and really put your whole body weight on it to compress it in, because there's hundreds of psi pushing back on this. Also, be careful of the strut end. This is an unmachined strut, so I can't damage it. If it has a knob on the end, be careful. Leave the knob on and press down on that, or put it into the strut top nut itself and put that inside of something so you don't want to put too much pressure on your real thin little spindly rebound adjuster knobs. So again, really easy to check. If you've got nitrogen in your shocks, compress them. If they don't spring back, they need to be rebuilt. If that's something we can do, just give us a holler.